Shalom. Shalom, Israel. I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, for allowing me to do another lesson. Yahweh is who the world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh Shai is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And there is no God beside them. I want to give double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone for being faithful witnesses to the Holy Spirit, and shalom to the elect whom the Most have given ears to hear. And now, I was actually watching another brother's video. Before this video showed up, the brother GMS dedication, where it says, feminism and hoflation has destroyed dating in the West. And then, you know how you watch a video and then underneath that video, there's like other videos that's supposed to be of the same topic as the one you are currently watching. So that's how I found this video.
And the way it makes people feel, because it incites fear in all those around us. Every person is
Jesus, and that's how I end up finding this video, and it's a pretty decent video. You know, it's about this girl
that have happened in
all right, so it's about this girl right here who basically, she's known as the Home Depot girl. Her story is that she was at work one day, she posted a photo, and you know how this world is, a lot of thirsty dudes came and commented talking about she should do OnlyFans, and when she turned these niggas down, they doxed her. Now I'm like, what's that mean? What's doxed, right? But it says doxing is a form of online harassment that means publicly exposing someone's real name, address, job, or other identifying info without a victim's consent. The aim of doxing is to humiliate, bully, harass, or otherwise harm a victim. Now, when asked, when push came to shove, she said that, I'm doing this to show little girls out there that there's a right way to get money, because in this society, it's pushed that, you got to sell yourself. You got to, put up nude photos. You got to get an OnlyFans. You got to prostitute yourself as a woman to get a bag, especially as a so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native American woman. All right. So I say in that aspect, she did a good thing. Yeah, it just goes to show you how evil this world is, because she didn't want to degrade herself, because she didn't want to live to the evil standards of this world. She got ridiculed, and that proves what time we're in, as it tells us in the book of 2 Timothy chapter 3, that in the last days perilous times shall come. It says, perilous times, which means evil times, shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parent, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinents, fierce, despisers of those that are good. Now, what she did, that was a good thing. As a man, you don't want your daughter growing up, putting nude pictures online. That's a disgrace to any man. When you find out your daughter's a hoe, that's a disgrace. You don't sleep well at night knowing this. But yet, this world pushes that, especially on our women, because they're beautiful. without the makeup and all that, which they do, that's besides the point. Our women are beautiful, and you have some, it's few, but you still have some that still hold true to certain values. Now whether it be through off religion such as Christianity, Islam, Catholicism, nevertheless, it's still instilled in them, to hold themselves to a particular standard, and that's a good thing, and I personally believe that a lot of these women, the Lord is going to humble them down even more, from what they're following, and give them to a man of the Lord. Now that's me speaking as a man. We'll see how the Lord does it, because according to Isaiah 4:1, there is certain women that's going to cleave themselves to men of the Lord. All right, they will be known as the innumerable, or part of the innumerable multitude that's going to be saved. Right, to whereas they have a Christian or Catholic background, nevertheless, a lot of them are still virgins. Like I said, they don't put themselves out there promiscuously. They refrain from the world in that aspect. Right? Right, but it says despisers of those that are good. Right? And then it goes on to say traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God. Let me see what it says in the NLT. It says, you should know this, Timothy, that in the last days there will be very difficult times. For people will love only themselves and their money. They will be boastful and proud, scoffing at God, disobedient to their parents, and ungrateful. And if you look in the news, the World Star, the TikTok, the mainstream media, like you got Pix 11, CNN, and News 12, different channels that focus on news in your particular town. You see this to be true. I was watching a brother, he had put what was a post, brothers put different posts on the YouTube, and it was a 10-year-old son, a 10-year-old boy gunned down another 10-year-old boy. 10 years old, that's crazy. And so many more things are happening. A woman is shooting her kid. A man kills his brother and his sister over a video game or whatever, a Christmas gift. These are the times we're living in. For people will love only themselves and their money. They will be boastful and proud, scoffing at God, disobedient to their parents, and ungrateful. They will consider nothing sacred. Right? And a woman showing off, her secret parts is only for her man. Right? But now in this society, everything is for everybody to see. Nothing is secret. It says they will be unloving and unforgiving. They will slander others and have no self-control. Hey, I noticed that too, like on Instagram, Facebook, and all that shit. You got men, showing off their wives. And she got a nice figure, he's showing her off. They will consider nothing sacred. They will be unloving. Hey, you can go on and on with that. You got women that walk around with the spandex. Showing, leaving nothing to the imagination. But that's what this world pushes. This world is a very sex-craved society. That's the post that gets the most views. let's say a woman could be, I don't know, a gymnast or whatever, but they'll have it to where a post, a pictures, a freeze frame pictures of her, a freeze frame picture of her is being taken in a sexual way. And then you read the comments, everybody going crazy. They will be unloving and unforgiving. They will slander others, doxing, and have no self-control. They will be cruel and hate what is good. They will betray their friends, be reckless, be puffed up with pride, and love pleasures rather than God. They will act religious, but they will reject the power that can make them godly. We see that going out there on the highways and hedges. Right? But this is what this world promotes. Let's go over to Isaiah 13 and verse 11. Whereas it says, I, the Lord, again in the NLT, will punish the wicked for its evil and the wicked for their sin. I will crush the arrogance of the proud and humble the pride of the mighty. And as I watched that video, the girl is giving her testimony, talking about she felt the need, because in that situation when she was being doxxed, as we just read, her address was put out there on Front Street, the actual Home Depot where she worked at and all that. And that drew her closer to God, like, God, I need you to get me out of this. And after that, she said that it made hope this is not playing. She said that it made her feel like she was chosen to speak the word of God. Now, like I said, everything, what these women is doing ain't perfect. Nevertheless, that's also written. How they will ask a man of the Lord to take away their reproach. Which means, we'll just grab it real quick. Isaiah 4:1. And that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread, and we will wear our own apparel. Only let us be called. Oh, and that's another thing. These women, they got to come with some substance, which also makes me believe that in these times before all hell breaks loose, like I said, you're going to have women that are some sort of decency. She learned how to crochet from, her hobbies might be crocheting, cooking, things of still hold value, in these times. Because in these last days, how the fuck you gonna learn? You already had to know how to do it. Right? We will eat our own bread and will wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Now, the word reproach meaning harapah, which means reproach. It says resting upon condition of shame. Right? So she may have a condition of shame. Something like she still believing, Jesus, God, everybody can be saved and all that bullshit. So she still got some flaws, but it's enough, she has some good. I'll say she has enough so-called good, that the Lord sees that will allow her to be an asset to a man of the Lord. Right? But I was at Isaiah 13 and 11. The Lord will punish the world for its evil and the wicked for their sin. Right? And when you go into the destruction of Sodom, the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak, is how they were trying to defile the angels. You know, again, continents despisers of those that are good. Now, even, let's say most likely the people didn't know that these men were angels. The people of that town of where Lot stayed in Gomorrah, nevertheless, they represented something different. You know, the angels had a shine to them, so they represented something different. So again, something good. Got good things are being attacked. You know, it reminds me of what's that, John 3, where it says, "Here's the condemnation of the world for light." Let's just grab it. This is St. John. Damn, this is crazy. I'm losing my voice now. So Lord willing, you brothers can hear me. St. John 3:19. And this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world, and men loved darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. You know, now this is of course talking about you know how Yahweh Shai was rejected. Nevertheless, on the lowest level, you know, when a woman is going against the grain, you know, actually pushing to teach little girls that it's a right way to get money, she's being ridiculed for that. And that's why martial law is coming. That's why civil war is coming. That's why great pain is coming to this world. Right? Because their deeds are evil. This place is very, very, very evil. And on the flip side, when as I notice, even the big brother in our camp, he always pushes to deny your flesh, and we see why, because this world and the hold it has, especially over those of the flesh, is very strong. And at this point, it's causing people to slide. But yeah, fasting and praying is very, very needful in these times, right? So I think I touched on every point I wanted to make. Let me see something actually. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9. Verse 20. So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril, because of the vices that were coming to it. And I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster and a plant of the people. Okay. Yeah, so I'll end it there. Lord willing, you can edified. Shalom to the elect.